ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Jazakumullah khair for tuning in, and Ramadan Mubarak to you all once again. And welcome to this week's Family Trivia here on Epic's YouTube channel. Jazakumullah khair for tuning in. I really hope that you've been learning a whole lot about your deen, about the 5 pillars of Islam, the past 2 programs that we had. Today, inshallah, we will continue our program, but with 2 different families that we randomly selected from the community. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This program reached out to people all over the United States. The first week we had a family from Chicago and one of ours. The second week we had a family from Tennessee and one of ours. And this week, inshallah, we have a family from all the way in Houston and another family from our own here in Epic, close to Epic Masjid. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So we have Brother Adnan and his family. You can wave. I think everybody sees you, Brother Adnan. Say Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Shaykh. How are you?
Barakallah feekum. Welcome to today's program. Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you tawfiq. And then we have all the way from Houston, the Yusef family. Assalamu alaikum. Shout out to brothers in Houston. So today we're going to have a battle out between our brothers in Houston and our brothers in Dallas. And inshallah ta'ala we're going to see. You know, they say that there are a lot more Muslims in Houston than in Dallas, but that doesn't mean they're more knowledgeable. Alhamdulillah, today we have a family from Dallas, one of our own here at Epic Masjid, and a family from Houston. Today, inshallah, we just want to have fun. That's rule number 1, right? It's not about winning. It's not about losing. It's not about anything. It's about having fun and keeping that Ramadan spirit high. That's priority, inshallah. I just have a few rules, inshallah, that I want you to follow during the program. The rule number 1, I want you to keep the mic on mute until I prompt you to answer. Rule number 2, I want you to keep noise around you low. If you have little kids running around or crying or anyone making noise or something that's making noise, please keep it down at least while you're answering, so it doesn't cause us any distractions. Another thing, inshallah, to keep in mind is that you only have 15 seconds to answer. Last time we had given the people on the program, the families on the program, 30 seconds. This week, inshallah, we only want to give you 15 seconds because we don't want people to go on Sheikh Google and find the answers to our questions. Not saying that Sheikh Google is always right, but you know, it is a good bet sometimes, right? When you don't know anything, you could always rely on Sheikh Google, right? But inshallah, today there's no Google. Nobody can search for answers. We are testing the knowledge of the families. So we want the families to make their best guesses if they don't know the answer to the question and not search for it online. And just to explain the point system of the game, you get to choose one of the 5 pillars of Islam. So the first is Shahadatain, right? Iman. The questions about it are Aqidah based. Then we have Salah, Zakah, Siyam, and Hajj. You choose one of the 5 pillars and you will be asked a question. That question is level 1. If you answer it correct, you go to level 2 and you get 100 points. If you answer number 2 correct, you get 200 points, then move on to level 3. Wherever or whenever you get an answer incorrectly, your turn will then end. Your points will remain, but your turn will end, and we will transfer to the family that is competing with you. Right? So, inshallah, today I want to ask the 2 families, For the first two times, I think we gave the turn to the family from outside to go first, because that is the epic spirit, right? That's the way we roll over here in Epic Masjid, and in Dallas we keep it real, we keep it knowledge-based, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, but we need the confirmation of the Adnan family. Of course, everyone gets 3 equal turns. No one gets any more or less turns. It's just a matter of, etiquettes. What do you think, Adnan family? Should we keep the epic spirit up?
Alhamdulillah, yeah. Let the Houston family begin, and we'll try to catch up.
Inshallah ta'ala. So we get both families get 3 equal turns, so it won't make a difference, but inshallah ta'ala, we just want you guys to have a good time. And for everyone out there, inshallah, please share this video and share it, because masajid around America are benefiting from it, number one. Number two, they could learn from this idea, inshallah, and implement it in their communities. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give tawfiq to all our communities in these challenging pandemic times, inshallah. And we begin with this. So, the Yusef family, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, inshallah ta'ala. So who is going to be the designated question answer in your family? Raise your hand so we can see you. MashaAllah. What's your name?
Mohammed.
Muhammad, khalas, Muhammad. So Muhammad, you better make sure that everyone in the family agrees on the answer, because if you blurt out an answer, I'm going to accept it, even if it's wrong. Okay? So make sure everyone confirms with you and you consult the family before you answer the question. Okay, Muhammad?
Harden.
Very good, mashallah. Which pillar do you want to answer about today? Or do you want to start with?
Saleh.
Salah, mashallah, mashallah. May Allah make you from the people who establish salah, and your family and your offspring. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Starting with level 1 in salah, let's cut straight to the chase, because the Yusuf family is very serious. Do you guys want to win?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, we're going to find out right now when you answer the questions. When performing salah, this is question number 1. When performing salah, when we're performing wudu, the arms are washed from the hands up to which point? When performing wudu,
Hold on. Say it now. The elbow.
up to the elbow, yes, correct. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. 100 points, 100 points for the Yusuf family today. Allahu Akbar. So I'm just going to write that down, the 100 points, and we move on to level 2. Level 2 is a little bit more challenging, but not too challenging for the Yusuf family, right, Yusuf family? Let's go. Let's see what question 2 has. What is the unique feature of Eid Salah? What do we do? What's different? What's unique about Eid Salah? You got to know this. This year we might be praying Eid by ourselves, right? We have to know how to pray Eid Salah.
Takbirat.
So what? We have less takbirat or more takbirat?
More takbirat.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Great. 200 points for the Yusuf family. You guys are on a roll. Allahu Akbar. Now moving up to level 3. Muhammad, you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. Question. What famous story is narrated in a hadith about Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his granddaughter Umama radiyallahu anha with regards to salah? What famous hadith was narrated?
He was carrying her
He was praying salah.
when he was praying salah.
He would carry her during salah, correct. And the hadith is in Sunan Abi Dawood. 300 points for the Yusuf family, all the way in Houston. But our Dallas crew over here is prepared. They're ready for anything, right? That's how they roll over here in Epic, mashallah. So question number 4. What is a sutra? What is a sutra? When we talk about salah and we say sutra, what does sutra mean? Okay. Don't forget, you only have 15 seconds.
I'll say it.
You put something to pray.
You put something in front of you.
You put something in front of you to pray.
Allahu Akbar, yes. There's an object that we put in front of us so that we don't pray with a lot of space in front of us. The Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا سَجَدَ أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيَسْجُدْ إِلَى sutra. And the sutra would have to be, or it would be recommended, the Prophet ﷺ recommended for it to be like a little high off the ground, right? So that is correct, and that is called a sutra. Ahsantum, and you guys reached level 5 already, Allahu Akbar. But, mashallah. This one is a long question. Okay, you guys ready for it? Muhammad, you ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Jum'ah salah is compulsory upon every Muslim except 4 types. Which 4 types of people did he mention? So it's compulsory, right? Jum'ah is compulsory. Fard, it's wajib.
The sick.
Woman.
The sick, the woman,
Slave.
the slave,
And the child.
And the child.
and the child, mashallah, with 500 points, reaching the end of Salah, mashallah. Now we go to the Adnan family, who are not intimidated at all, right, by the Yusef family, because they're ready to roll. Mashallah. What I'd like to ask the Yusef family to put on mute, and the Adnan family, you can unmute right now, inshallah. Assalamu
We just want to
alaikum.
say good luck to the Adnan family, please.
Okay, mashallah, being a good sport right there. We have a brother, that family love all the way from Houston, alhamdulillah. The ummah is one ummah, with love and compassion for each other. And I'm sure the Yusuf family is making dua for you as well, because that's how Muslims roll, right? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Who's going to be the designated answer from the Adnan family?
I'm designating my daughter, Zoya.
MashaAllah, Zoya. Are you ready, Zoya? Hey, don't be shy. I want to hear, I am ready, out loud.
I'm ready.
MashaAllah, inshallah. So what pillar of Islam do you want to answer about today?
What do you want to Huh? Let's do some fasting.
Saum, okay, mashallah. You are in Ramadan and you want to be asked about it. You want to live it, you want to breathe it, right? That's what Ramadan is about, inshallah. The first question about Ramadan. You ready, Zoya? You prepared?
Yeah.
Okay, we want to win this, right? What time of day does the fast end? What time of day does the fast end?
Maghrib time.
Maghrib time, Allahu Akbar. Correct, with 100 points for Adnan's family, mashallah. And moving up to level 2 in Saum. Level 2 in Saum. Ready for this question?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 2. According to the Quran, what is the ultimate goal that Muslims try to achieve by fasting? According to the Quran, there's an ayah in the Quran. What is the ultimate goal that Muslims try to achieve by fasting?
To gain Allah's pleasure.
To feel like the
There's a certain
Feel like the needy.
there's something mentioned in the Quran explicitly.
To please Allah.
who feel like they need.
Yeah, say it.
All the mashayikh are always talking about it. Why are we fasting? What do we do? So we can establish what? So we can gain what?
To gain Allah's pleasure.
Of course we do it to gain Allah's pleasure. We do everything, inshallah, to do. But we're saying according to the Quran. I'll give you one last hint and only 3 seconds after that. It's in Surah Al-Baqarah. It's an ayah about Sawm in Surah Al-Baqarah. 3, 2,
Just feel like the needy.
1. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So that you may achieve what? Taqwa. What does taqwa mean? God consciousness, right? Taqwa, we need to gain taqwa, and the way to do it is by fasting. And that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran. But that does not mean that this is a stop for you. You will have 2 other chances to continue and gain as many points as you can, inshallah. The Yusef family, we're back at you with the second round. The Yusef family. Are you guys ready? Muhammad, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Bismillah. Which category do you want to answer about next?
Salah.
Salah again, mashallah. Yusuf, Muhammad, you can imagine Muhammad just standing there in Taraweeh, his legs are giving out, praying behind his father, right? He's saying, you know what, I'm all about Salah this Ramadan, because he has to stand there behind his father and listen to his father instead of the Imam of the Masjid, right? But inshallah your father has a beautiful voice like the Imam as well, right?
Every night we pray Taraweeh.
Every night, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Inshallah you're praying with him, right, Muhammad?
You praying with us?
Did you pray with him? Yes.
Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. As long as you're not causing trouble. Okay, so with Salah. Question number 1, Salah. If there is no water, what can a person do to purify himself or herself for Salah? If there is no water, what can a person do to purify himself or herself for Salah? What is that action called?
Tayammum.
Tayammum.
Tayammum. And you know tayammum is when we make wudu with dirt, with soil, something, right? Sa'idan tayyiba, we tap on it with our hands and then wipe our faces. Ahsantum, and that's 100 points for the Yusef family all the way in Houston. Moving up to level 2 now. You ready, Muhammad? Good.
Yes.
What parts of the body are wiped when performing tayammum? Coincidentally, subhanAllah, you get this question. And they were both shuffled.
Hands and face.
Okay, I think because I mentioned it in the last question, it's not really fair, right? I should change this question. Because I just mentioned it. Question, level 2, another question. I'm sorry about that, Muhammad. Technical. Which of the obligatory salah cannot be shortened when traveling? Which salahs that we pray, right? We have salawat, right? Prescribed salawat every day. Which ones cannot be shortened when we travel?
Fajr and Maghrib.
Fajr and Maghrib. Perfect, mashallah, because Fajr is 2 rak'ahs and Maghrib is 3, and you can't shorten it any more than that because it's already as short as it gets. So 200 points for the Yusuf family, moving up to level 3. Bismillah. Fill in the blanks. Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever prays during the blank of blank with firm belief and hoping for reward, all of his previous sins will be blank. So I have 3 blanks to fill here. 3 blanks to fill. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever prays during the blank of blank with firm belief and hoping for reward, all of his previous sins will be
Nights.
What?
In Ramadan.
And Ramadan.
And then forgiven.
And forgiven.
That's the blanks.
Nights of Ramadan with firm belief and hoping for reward, all of his previous sins will be forgiven. Ahsantum, mashallah, I'm sorry, it slipped a little at the end, but inshallah, unnoticeably. I'll make it up. Because level 4, okay, this question is serious. Are you ready for this, Muhammad?
Yes.
Okay. Level 4 for 400 points. What is the literal meaning of the Arabic word salah? What is the literal meaning of the Arabic word salah? What does it mean?
Say dua.
Dua.
Yeah. Say dua.
Dua.
In English. I want the English word.
Supplicate.
Supplication. Right. That is what salah means, literally. It means supplication, giving you another 400 points, moving up to level 5 and the last level. MashaAllah. Question. Fill in the blanks. Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Do not make your houses like blank. Recite surah blank therein." Do not make your houses like blank. Recite surah blank therein. So we have two blanks.
Cemetery.
And then Surah Al-Baqarah.
Surah Al-Baqarah.
Yeah, say. Cemetery.
A cemetery.
And then Surah Al-Baqarah.
And then Surah Al-Baqarah.
Ahsantum, mashallah. But the first word, is there another word for the first blank? Another word for cemetery that you can think of?
Say graveyard.
Just so we can be accurate.
Graveyard.
What?
Graveyard.
Yes, graveyards.
Graveyard.
Do not make your houses like graveyards. Recite Surah Al-Baqarah in it. That's how important Surah Al-Baqarah being recited in the house is. Recited in the house in. It's very important, by the way. The Prophet ﷺ compared in this hadith a house where Surah Al-Baqarah is not recited to a graveyard. And who wants to be living in a graveyard, right? No one. So that leaves you with another 500 points, and going back to the Adnan family, who are not intimidated at all, inshallah, ready to pick their next category. Adnan family, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Salah.
Salah, bismillah, mashallah. Now let's begin with level 1, Salah.
Have to be louder.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 1, does tashahhud come before sajda in salah?
The what?
Does tashahhud come before sajda?
No.
Okay. Sajda comes first, right? Yes, with 100 points. MashaAllah for the Adnan family in the second round, moving up to level 2 in salah. Okay. How many rak'ah of emphasized sunnah prayers are there in a day? You know the sunnah prayers that we pray? How many rak'ahs are they in total?
6 plus
12. That's 9. 13.
2 Fajr, 2 Fajr, 4.
Only the emphasized sunnah. The emphasized sunnah.
6, 7, 8.
The ones that we pray before and after salah.
12. No, it's 2 and 5. 4, 6 and
No, emphasized. They're asking about emphasized actually.
Only the emphasized sunnah.
What does that mean?
Ready?
Mandatory. 14.
The ones that are
14.
14?
Yeah, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14, say 14.
14.
No, 12 rak'at. Can you count them for me? Because maybe you had a different, another 2 in mind. Let's see. So let's count them together. 2 for Fajr, okay.
Zuhr.
6 Dhuhr.
6 Dhuhr.
And 3.
That's
2
8.
Maghrib.
2 Maghrib.
2 Maghrib, that's 10.
And yeah, we counted 6 for Isha actually, yeah. So,
Yeah.
6 for Isha.
like 4 before, for then 2 after, for 2 after, for so that's what we counted.
Yeah, the emphasized sunnah are only 2 for after Salatul Isha. Although there are many sunan, like the Prophet ﷺ would pray before and after the salawat, but the emphasized prayers are only what? Are only 12. And if you said 10, that would be correct in the Hanbali madhab, because they pray 2 before Dhuhr and 2 after. But according, yani the Prophet ﷺ would pray these 12 according to many of our ulama. Alhamdulillah, that does not mean you're wrong. But, yani, what do you think? Can they move on with that answer? I have to ask permission from the family, from the Yusef family.
Yes.
Yes.
Yusef family, can they move on with 14 because they actually had a point?
Yes.
Yes.
Allahu Akbar, you see, this is how Muslimin are. Inshallah, they're competing, but we all understand how, we have this mercy between us. We love each other and we want good for each other, and this is what makes us Muslimin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Allah called us brothers and sisters. Moving on to level number 3. You ready for level number 3?
Yes.
Okay. Level number 3, for how long is a non-traveler allowed to wipe over his or her socks before having to take them off when making wudu? How long is a non-traveler allowed to wipe over his or her socks before having to take them off when making wudu?
Until he uses the restroom.
No. 5 seconds.
Until he uses the restroom.
Until he uses
How
the
many
restroom?
hours? How many hours?
I'm sorry. What was that?
No,
Hours?
The answer should be in hours. How many hours? Like the duration that they can wipe on their socks before they have to take them off.
3. I don't know. 3.
3.
Oh no. No. Are you Hanafi?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So is that fair to ask a question like that? Because the Hanafis wipe over socks? No. They don't.
We don't.
Okay, but the answer is 24 hours for a non-traveler. 24 hours for a non-traveler to wipe over their socks. So with that, inshallah, we will go back for round number 3 and the last round for the Yusuf family. Are you ready, Yusuf family? Let me hear aloud. Yes, we're ready.
Yes, we're here.
Bismillah. Let's go. Do you want to choose anything other than Salah? You chose Salah for 2 rounds. Do you want to change it up this round?
Just Salah again. Yeah. That's what you practice. Yeah.
Salah.
Salah again. Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah. See that? You know he's praying. You better make sure. I'm going to call and check up on you today. I want to make sure you're praying this Salah and implementing all this knowledge that you're getting, inshallah ta'ala. Question number 1. How many times is ruku' done in a rak'ah? How many times is ruku' done in a rak'ah? What a simple question that is.
1.
Once. Only once. Yes. MashaAllah. With 100 points. Getting all these easy questions. Let's see what question number 2 is. In addition to combining Salah, what other ease is allowed for a traveler when performing Salah? What other ease is allowed for a traveler when performing Salah? So we can combine, but what else can a traveler do with Salah?
Smart qasr. Say shorten the Salah. Qasr.
Short in
The Salah.
the Salah.
Short in the Salah. I'm trying to
in the
understand that.
Salah.
Put it all
in the Salah.
together in one proper
Qasr.
sentence. Muhammad, do you hear me?
Say it.
Qasr.
Qasr, yes. Doing what? Qasr. Which is doing what? What does Qasr mean?
So a dhuhr can be 2, for example.
Right?
Doh can be 2.
It can be 2. Allahu Akbar. Inshallah, I want you to try that someday. Tell your father to travel with you tomorrow, right? Take you out for a trip because you've been in isolation for a little too long, and you can do Qasr. And tell Baba,
Hey,
take
brother,
me out because
you
I
can-
want to practice this sunnah of the Prophet Muhammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
You can't be
200
putting money
points
on me here.
for the
I
Yusuf
can't take him anywhere right now.
family.
He's gonna stay home.
Oh, no. You got to take them out sometimes, right? They're getting restless at home now, right?
You ready for this?
Well,
Yes,
level
sir.
3. Fill in the blanks. All these fill in the blanks ones are always challenging. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, do not blank on graves or blank towards them. Allahu Akbar with these questions about graves. The second one, right? Do not blank on graves or blank towards them. Do not blank on graves or blank towards them.
Do not sit on grave.
Do not pray towards them.
And don't pray towards them.
And don't pray towards them. Ahsantum. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. 300 points for the Yusef family. Muhammad, you're on a roll, man. MashaAllah. So, question number 4, another fill in the blank. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, the blank will have the longest necks on the day of judgment. The blank will have the longest necks on the day of judgment. Who are they?
Mu'adhin.
Yes.
The Mu'adhin.
Yes.
And what is the Mu'adhin, Muhammad? What is the Mu'adhin?
Mu'adhin.
Okay? Actually, it's Mu'adhin with a dhal.
There you go.
Right? It's Mu'adhin, right? And the Mu'adhin is the one who does what in the masjid? What does the Mu'adhin do?
Adhan.
He makes the adhan.
They make the adhan, they call to prayer. 400 points, moving up to the last level of difficulty. Okay, you ready? This one's a little tough, but Muhammad can handle it, right, Muhammad?
Yes.
Let's see.
Yes.
Which companion's wife was unhappy because he used to pray Qiyamul Layl or Tahajjud, the night prayer, all night, every night? Which wife, the wife of which companion was unhappy because he used to pray Qiyamul Layl all night, every single night? Imagine that.
Abu Darda.
Yes. Say
You
it
believe
now.
that, Muhammad?
Abu Darda.
Abu Darda, Allahu Akbar. It is a famous hadith. Abu Darda, it's Abu Darda, it's Abu Darda. But I'll take that answer, Jazakallah khair, with 500 points. But we can still give a turn, mashallah. Yusef family, you guys are on a roll. You got to 500 twice. That's why you probably practice salah all day, right?
All day.
MashaAllah. But you know what? It's time to implement this knowledge. So Muhammad is going to benefit from this knowledge tonight when he's praying Qiyam al-Layl, right? Behind his father, inshallah. So, Brother Ali, let your son Muhammad lead a couple rak'ahs as well. And going back to Adnan. Brother Adnan, you ready for the last round? And we'll do this for the benefit, inshallah. Although the Yusef family went first and they already scored 500 all 3 rounds, tabarakallah. But we still want to continue with the last and final round. Which category would you like to answer about this time?
Salah.
Salah as well, mashallah. Today it's like a fiqh of salah class, right? Everyone is being asked about salah. Let's go to number 1. Okay, question number 1 says, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, wudu is blank of salah. Wudu is what of salah?
Requirement.
He said wudu is?
A requirement?
No, is blank of salah. It's like a
Is the key?
a fraction. What?
The key?
I didn't hear that.
Say it loudly.
The key?
It's the key to salah. Yes, actually it's tahara is the key to salah. I'll accept that for 100 points, inshallah ta'ala. Moving up to the next category, level 2. Which salah does not have sajda or ruku'?
Which salat?
Salah does not have ruku.
Which salah does not have sajda or ruku'?
Salatul Janazah.
Salah
Janaza salah. Yes, janaza salah. MashaAllah, 200 points for Adnan's family. Moving up to level 3. Which companion got very angry when someone tried to stop women from praying in the mosque?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat that? You're breaking up a little bit.
Which companion got very angry when someone tried to stop women from praying in the mosque? So someone said women shouldn't pray in the mosque, and one of the companions was very angry at this because it's not true. Which companion was it? Yeah, I know, it's a hard one.
Is it Umar was the other one? Huh? Say Umar or- I don't know. Say Umar.
4.
Let's go with Umar radiallahu anha, possibly. I don't know.
Who?
What?
Umar radiallahu anhu.
You answered half correct. It was actually Abdullah ibn Umar, the son of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. The son of Abdullah, the son of Umar, his name was Abdullah ibn Umar, a great companion he was of the Prophet ﷺ, and one of the most adherent to his sunnah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase us in knowledge. Alhamdulillah, today we are all winners because we all learned a lot about salah specifically and the pillars of Islam in general. Jazakumullah khair for tuning in, and please do share this video with other communities and other friends, inshallah, because they can all benefit. Every time you share this video, you will get the reward of everything that the people who listen to it learn. So if you want the reward, do share it. It's only a click of a button, and please do not forget Epic Masjid in your donations. For everyone you refer to donate to Epic Masjid, you will get the same reward without decreasing their reward at all. Jazakumullah khair. Today the Yusef family and the Adnan family have both won. Like I always say with this family trivia, we are all winners inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair for tuning in, and I'll see you next week with this program. And do tune in to our Cahoots at 6 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And see you tomorrow for Cahoots. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakumullah khair.
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون